Welcome to the Royal Daily Tea YouTube channel. Please be advised all of my videos are for entertainment purposes only, based 100% on my own opinion, my own theories, and my own research. All of my information can be found on the public domain and falls under the fair use guidelines. Please feel free to do your own research. Hi everyone, it's Michelle and welcome back to the Royal Daily Tea. I feel like it's been a year since I've actually sat down to record a video. Been super busy trying to clean my house, getting ready for some out-of-town guests, and hopefully there'll be some new bedding here, so next time you look at my bedroom, hopefully it'll look a little nicer, have some pictures hung up, maybe some new bedspread. Definitely doing some late spring cleaning here in the fall. Some of us just don't have time to do that deep clean, but I have guests coming in mid-October, staying at my house for 2 days. So of course I'm in a major panic to try to get my house organized and clean. So anyways, besides all the cleaning and the work, there is so much royal tea that I want to talk about today. So sit back and relax, grab yourself a beverage, and let's get into the Royal Daily Tea. So there's been a lot of speculation now that King Charles is king. Will Archie and Lilly finally get that prince and princess title? Will they also be HRHs? Now, I personally don't think that's going to happen, and there's so much stuff that is happening right now in the royal world, even in Europe, that I think it's going to play a major part in King Charles's decision in regard to Archie and Lilibet. So a lot of people are saying that Harry and Meghan were demoted. If you look at the royal website, they've been moved to the bottom with Prince Andrew. In my opinion, that's not actually a demotion. It's actually the proper way to list members of the royal family due to relevance. Harry and Meghan are not relevant to the royal family as they're not working royals. They're still in the line of succession and they still have the royal titles. Although they don't use their HRH, they're still very much a part of the family. He's still fifth in line to the throne and he is still a counselor of the state. Now there are rumors that Prince Charles might be changing that and will be adding Princess Beatrice and of course Camilla to be chancellors of state, removing Prince Andrew and Prince Harry, but I don't think that has been officially done. So as far as a demotion goes, they technically have not been demoted. They've just been listed at the bottom of the page. They're called, members of the royal family, but again, you don't have Princess Beatrice or Princess Eugenie on that page either. So in my personal opinion, Harry and Meghan and Prince Andrew should be removed from that page, and that page should only be for working royals. But again, they're just listed at the bottom of the page. Now, if you look at the royal line of succession, they still list Archie as Master Archie and Lily as Miss Lilibet Diana. So they still have not been officially granted the prince or princess title. Now there has been some talks that Prince Charles is holding out until after Prince Harry's memoir comes to light if he in fact is going to grant them the prince or princess title. I think that's a very, very smart move, but honestly, I don't think they're going to get it. I really don't. I don't think Archie and Lily are going to get a prince or princess title because one, Harry is the spare to the heir. It doesn't make sense for his children to get a prince or princess title, especially since Harry and his mother are not working royals and they live in California. They don't do anything currently to represent the crown. It doesn't make sense to make them prince and princess when we know they're going to pretty much be 10th in line to the throne. Right now they're, I believe, 6th and 7th in line to the throne. So they're already way down there. And when Prince George and Louis and Charlotte all start having children, they're going to be pushed way down the line of succession. Now there's a huge movement and a huge scandal that has erupted right now in Denmark. Queen Margrethe has stripped 4 of her grandchildren from their prince or princess titles. Now Queen Margrethe, in my opinion, is the Queen Elizabeth counterpart for Europe. She is the only ruling queen of Europe left now that Queen Elizabeth has passed away. She just most recently celebrated her golden jubilee, 50 years on the throne. So now she is the longest ruling monarch since Queen Elizabeth has passed. Her and Queen Elizabeth were actually quite close, and you could see her at the Queen's funeral that she was very, very emotional. I feel extremely bad for this Queen. On her 80th birthday, she got COVID, and there was a COVID breakout, so they had very pared down celebrations. And then for her 50th, golden jubilee on the throne, her friend Queen Elizabeth passes away, and she again has to pare down her celebrations. And now she has decided to make a very tough decision to streamline the royal family for the Danish royals and strip 4 of her grandchildren of their prince and princess titles, who are the children of her second son, Prince Joaquim. They are Nikolai, 23, Felix, 20, Henrik, 13, and Athena, 10. They were told that their titles of prince and princesses would no longer be in effect starting on January of 2023, that they instead would be styled as His Excellency Count of Monzant or Her Excellency Countess of Monzant starting in January. They will maintain their places in the order of succession, and they are currently 7th through 10th in line to the throne. Now, the Queen did explain her decision. She said, quote, "It is a consideration I have had for quite a long time, and I think it will be good for them in their future. That is the reason." The palace had announced that, quote, "With her decision, Her Majesty the Queen wishes to create the framework for the 4 grandchildren to be able to shape their own lives to a much greater extent without being limited by the special considerations and duties that a formal affiliation with the Royal House of Denmark as an institution involves." So Nikolai, the oldest grandchild, who's 23, is actually a fashion model. Very good looking, very successful, highly paid fashion model. So does he need to have a prince title? Does he need to be styled as an HRH? So this, to me, brings up King Charles. We have Harry and Meghan who are out there selling everything to Netflix and to Spotify, and he has a memoir coming out. They're raising Archie and Lilybet to be in California. Archie and Lilybet have 0 ties to the UK. They don't have very much to do with the family. The Queen was literally their only tie to the royals, and now that she's passed, they don't have much of a relationship with the royal family or with their cousins. So for them to walk around with a prince or princess title or an HRH title really doesn't make any sense. So I'm kind of on the side of Queen Margrethe. I think she's very smart in streamlining the royals. People don't want to pay for all of these royal families. So her son, Prince Joaquim, him and his family really don't need the HRH or the prince or princess titles. And that's very much like Prince Harry. All of the spares to the throne seem to be a little bit of a problem. Queen Elizabeth had a problem with Andrew. Charles has a problem with Harry. And poor Queen Margrethe of Denmark has a problem with Prince Joaquim. This poor woman has battled so many things. So in my opinion, she's making the right choice. And I think that King Charles is also going to follow suit and not have Prince Harry's children styled as HRHs or prince or princess. So I do feel bad for Queen Margrethe because her son now is speaking out in the press saying he was blindsided. It came out of the blue. They were only given a 5-day notice. But according to her, they have had several talks about removing the prince or princess title. He was under the assumption that none of the kids would have it removed until their 25th birthday, and their youngest is only 11 years old. Well, I guess Her Majesty decided to kind of speed up that process. So I do feel extremely bad for her because now she's dealing with a little bit of drama with her family speaking out in the press, and it was not well received. But I fully back her. I think she made the right choice for them. being the queen, she has to look out for the right of the people, not just, you know, her family. She has to look at the whole picture. And again, her grandson's a fashion model. Does he really need to be His Royal Highness? He's out there walking the runway. So this really does remind me a lot of Archie and Lilly growing up in Montecito, with zero ties to the UK royals. They don't need an HRH, and they don't need to be a prince or princess. Now, there was a rumor that Harry and Prince Charles had a very nice conversation. They had a very nice talk shortly after Her Majesty had passed about giving the kids the prince and princess title and letting them make that decision when they're 18 if they want to be an HRH, much like Prince Edward's children with his son and his daughter, where she was able to make the choice if she wanted to be a princess, and I believe she denied it. So again, why give them the choice? I mean, they don't want it. They're not going to grow up with it. They have no clue what's going on with the UK or the royal family. They have no ties there. But a lot of people believe that Harry and Meghan are kind of forcing this, and they're going to force it upon their children to make sure they get the prince or princess title and the HRH so they can lock in those benefits and the security. Because we all know that Harry is obsessed and paranoid with security. That's why he's suing the Home Office to get those benefits. So you best believe he's going to push for his children to get the HRH title, even though they're growing up in California and have nothing to do with the UK. Now, there's a possibility that Archie could become the Earl of Dunbarton. That is a courtesy title that was bestowed upon him that Harry and Meghan had denied. So there's a very good chance that Archie will become the Earl of Dunbarton and Lily will be Lady Lilibet. So that could still happen, but as far as the prince or princess title, I don't think it's going to happen. But let me know your thoughts. Do you think that Prince Charles is going to follow suit with Queen Margrethe and remove the prince and princess title from Archie and Lily? And do you agree with Queen Margrethe? Do you think she made the right decision? Leave me your comments, guys, down below. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here. And if you don't know, I have a Patreon account. It's only $3 a month, where you get one new video a week, where I'm going to share my Netflix recommendation, book recommendations, home decor, recipes, and story time videos. So make sure you go and check out that link below. Please make sure you follow me on all of my other social media accounts. And thank you guys so much. We are nearing 19,000 subscribers. Help me get to 25,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you are one of those people who watches my video and you're not subscribed, I hope that you will consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.